Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? I'm Loving Life Freely here on YouTube. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. We are full-time resellers on multiple platforms, and today I have a kind of a unique haul. There is some bins. Actually, today is just going to be bins, and then in another video I'm going to do some thrift store sourcing that I did. I am actually, this is my first time I've been at the bins since maybe 3 months ago. So anyway, we're going to do a haul on that. So if you're excited and kind of want to hear the changes that are going on with sourcing and all that, do stay tuned. We're going to dive into it. I'm going to share with you this, and then we're also going to do a separate video for my store hauls. So stay tuned. We're going to see what we got. Okay guys, just to give you a little bit of backup. As a lot of people are talking about with their bins, some of the bins locations have not been as good as they used to be because Goodwill is actually pulling the good items and either selling on their website or doing other things with it. So a lot of people are noting through different, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, all those different places about how, even just about in like the last 6 months or so, they're sourcing at the bins, especially the last even few months or so, their sourcing at the bins has just not been what it used to be. I've run into the same thing. The last 2 times that I went before this time, which was a few months ago, I was having a hard time finding some good pieces. My numbers that were coming back with me weren't like the 80 to 100 like my usual last fall and winter. They were down to like maybe 20, 30 if I was lucky pieces that I was coming home with. And so when I got, was done with the bins, I was jumping back up to Sioux Falls, which is about an hour drive from the actual bins location in Iowa, and I go sourcing and top off my day with sourcing up there. I did the same thing this time. I went up there, went over to the bins, which is about an hour and 40 minutes from here, and I did about 3 hours worth of sourcing, and I decided to just call it and take a chance and go do some more sourcing at my local store. It's about 45 minutes from me, which again is about an hour from the bins. And I actually got some really, really great pieces. So I have decided an hour and 40 minutes on the road, down there and back, versus driving at 45 minutes. Yes, there's a difference in the COG of maybe like around $2 or so, sometimes $3 for a piece. But I was talking to my husband and a friend, and the time on the road, I could be doing so much sourcing during the time that I'm on the road. And I feel in some ways it's actually worth paying an extra $2 or $3 for an item than going down all the way down to the bins. So I'm not going to be doing a bin strip again anytime soon, just because I'm actually finding some really good pieces at my thrift stores. I'm finding silks, I'm finding cashmeres, I'm finding wool, great cotton pieces, linen pieces, so great style-based pieces. So I'm going to stay focused locally, especially with everything that's going on here at the house with our family. That gives me actually more time to source the items instead of being on the road for that, almost 3.5 hours. So that time is actually going to be spent sourcing more. So let's dive in and see what we got here. Again, this is going to be the bins part, and I have about 2 bags. And then I have a whole bunch of bags over here. There's actually store stuff. Again, that's going to be another video. So what we got at the bins. Now, I had intended to source some items for buy-sell trade for kids' clothes and just regular buy-sell trade, but because I'm finding that I'm not getting as much good stuff at this bins for the distance and all that we just talked about, at the moment when I was sourcing, I had intended to pull together a kids bag for buy-sell trade. Since I'm not doing that, I'm just going to take in the pieces that I have, or just list the pieces that I have, because I only grabbed like 2 or 3 kids pieces, but that's what this is. This is a kids piece. It's M&G. Okay, it's a super, super cute little kids jacket. My prices at these bins are $1.89 a pound, and I'm not sure how much this weighs, probably less than a pound. So I'll probably put this up, I'm not sure, maybe 15, 20 bucks. And we'll sell that just as it is, okay? Alright, next up. Alright, this is Talbot's. Talbot's does very well for me, actually. It's one of my good brands. Talbot's, J. Jill does well for me. UMG does well for me. Banana Republic. Some of those great mall brands do well for me. This is the Talbot's Hampshire. I did actually look it up as well. And this exact Hampshire has several solds on Poshmark. So I did grab this great workwear piece. Not just for spring. Not even spring. Summer, because we're in summer already. Summer, but also fall and into winter. So, alright, I didn't grab too many men's pieces, but I did grab this one. Again, this was from the bins. This is the size 2X, and it's a good men's outdoor piece or workwear piece. Okay, so we grabbed that. All right. I'm having to actually record this twice because for some reason on my phone, I'm actually on my regular camera right now when I do my photographs. For some reason when I went to transfer my videos from this haul, both these hauls, it wouldn't move my stuff over. It's saying that the device would not transfer in and it had an issue. So I actually did a test run on my camera again just for like a minute or so, and again it won't transfer over. So I'm using my regular phone, my regular camera to do this, so hopefully the volume is good and the picture is good. I apologize. This is laundry size 6, and this was linen rayon blend. Some great striped pants. These definitely always do well this time of year. And even into fall, those are great because a lot of people have warm weather in the fall. Okay, this is a siestoi. This is definitely a style-based piece. It is a utility vest. I've actually sold a few of these before. And this also has the lining that goes all the way through. So a great fall-winter piece, even just for layering. Okay. All right, then we got... Yeah, I don't typically pick these wraps up at the regular store because the prices are high. But again, since I was at the bins, this has some nice ruffling detail on it. It's a beautiful blue piece. This is one of those wraps, which I have sold multiples of already in the last few months. Most of the ones that I got at the bins when I was going before have pretty much almost all sold. I have a handful left, and a lot of them is sold as well. So I got that piece. All right. Some folks are wearing like the slip dresses, and actually like slips with the detail on them, just by themselves with shirts and shoes, and or like this is one that has the extension on it. These came out years ago where if you had a shorter skirt and you wanted a little bit longer, you could buy an extension and have a cute little thing at the end of your skirt. That's what these were made for, but a lot of girls usually even like wearing these just by themselves. And I actually watched a gal on YouTube who does a lot of style-based and vintage sourcing. She actually sold something like this. It was a little bit longer, but she sold a little slip thing like this before. So again, it was maybe like $1 at the bin. So I thought I'd test that out and see how that does. Because I have actually seen some of those also in other stores. I feel like I don't have a lot of room here. Okay, this is a new day. Again, this is very style-based. It is a shirt dress. This is also linen, probably linen rayon blend. These do very well. This also has pockets, front button, all the way down. So I'm very excited to see how that does. It is an extra small, but it should still do well. Alright, I'm definitely trying to find more Abercrombie & Fitch because Abercrombie & Fitch has definitely made a comeback. This is a size large, and it's just this really nice cardigan sweater. So pretty. Really like that, so I definitely want to get that up and see how that does. Okay, this is a Chadwick's. This is also style-based because Chadwick's is not something I would normally grab. This is definitely mall brand type of stuff that I do not typically grab unless it's fabric-based or style-based. This is fabric-based. It is 100% wool, and it's a really wonderful women's wool jacket. So yeah, I'm very excited to get that one going. It's a size 8, so it's a good size. Okay, speaking of style-based, this one, fabric-based, this is another one. It's Hermann Geist. I actually did look up Hermann Geist wool blazers, and it had some good sold comps on it. This one is again 100% wool. It's just a really nice blazer. It's got this really pretty, what do they call this? It's not plaid, but I think there's like another word for this type of print. And this is vintage. I know because it's got the shoulder pads in it. Shoulder pads are always vintage. I know because sometimes like it's hard to tell if it's vintage because not all vintage has the paper tags on it. But the giveaway is the shoulder pads on this. So if you do still have the newer tag in vintage but it has shoulder pads, you know that it is vintage. Okay, so there's those. This one was also fabric based. This is by Lush, which is definitely not something I typically pick up. But this was a 100% linen blazer. It does have, let me see here. Yeah, 100%, oh, linen, 70% linen, 30% cotton. This one also has shoulder pads, which tells me that it is also older and vintage. So, and it's such a great colorway for summer and fall. Okay. Alright, this one is also a style-based piece. This one is by Jones Studio. It's such a pretty dress. This actually has the boning in it. It's got boning right here around the bust line and in the back to give support. And it's such a beautiful fit flare little dress. So pretty. So very excited to get that listed. Now I don't normally do well with Vionics, but I did decide to run a comp on these because I double checked that they are real leather. And this particular style actually is selling very well. So I did pick up these Vionics. Okay. Speaking of picking up shoes, I actually found a few other pairs of shoes. I don't typically find Sorel in good condition. If I find it, these were in really good condition. They're Sorel boots. I looked up comps on these, and I think even with the weight, there's probably $3 or $4 to purchase these, maybe even $6 depending on the weight, because these are probably around 3 pounds. So even with that, the comps on these were really good, and it's a really good size. It's like a size 10. So we grabbed those. And then I also had two other, I almost forgot about the boots until I pulled out those sandals. I found these and I also ran a comp on these. These are Kombu. The brand is Kombu. Let me show you the brand. The brand is Kombu. I also ran a comp on these. I probably paid around $3 for these, maybe 3 or 4. These are brand new with tags, and I'll probably put these up for around $30, $35. So we're going to test those out. And then the other pair of boots that I did get, I have another pair of shoes in here too. I'll show you and I'll share a story. These are Sorels also, which were in really good condition again. Surprised me. And again, I probably paid around $6 for these because of the weight. But these sell even good, just as good or maybe even better as the other ones that I showed you. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into the next bag. I've got one more bag from the bins. I think I grabbed a total, since I don't have my mic broke. I think I have a total, I think it was like 39 pieces that I got at the actual bins. Okay, here's the second bag. Let's finish this off. So next we have, again, this is definitely probably style-based. This is new with tags. It is a size small. But this is such a pretty, pretty top. And this would even be nice for the fall because it's a beautiful colorway. And it's got really pretty gathered sleeves with the balloon sleeves on it. So I thought that was really pretty. I thought we would just grab that and run with it. Alright, and then these are, I'm pretty sure, boys, a size 18 Old Navy. They're cargo pants. Since cargo and camo's doing very well, I might just go ahead and list those and see how those do. Like I was going to do with that jacket, since I'm not going to do the buy-sell trade. Okay, here's another wonderful style-based piece. This is Rachel Zoe, size large. And this is beautiful. Beautiful. Navy. It's a blue-white striped shirt. Pretty sure this is either cotton linen blend or something like that. Yep, half linen and half rayon. And it's got these tassels at the bottom. This is so, so cute. Very, very lightweight too. Alright, keep going. Now this one, when I did the haul the first time, I realized that apparently this does not have the outside belt with it. I saw the inside belt, but I did not notice that it was missing the outside belt. So I will list this. This is a Lauren Ralph Lauren size medium. And it's a robe. It's just a beautiful robe. In really good condition, but it's missing the outside belt, and I did not catch that when I was at the store. Alright. Along with the boots, I will probably wait a month or so before I list the boots, just because I do have enough going on for listings. I mean, the end of this month is this week, so July is already next week. So I'm going to wait probably till the end of July and then I'll start listing those boots. Then I'm going to do the same with this coat. I thought about leaving it there because we're not in really, really heavy coat season, but because I do list all year round and I'm still selling cashmere wool, I'm going to give it about a month because, again, I got a lot going on here right now. And this one X coat, I do want to try and get more for it if I wait and list it. I thought about leaving it at the bins, but I didn't want to because it's such a good piece. I do need to do some cleanup on it. But it's a size extra large, it's Old Navy, and this was 100% wool if I remember. I did not want to leave this behind. 72% wool. So yeah, I think this will be a good piece, so we're just going to go ahead and hold on to that. We'll list that in about a month. Okay, this is, my kitty just came in to say hi. This one is Chico's. Y'all know I enjoy selling Chico's. It's another brand that does well for me. Normally I don't do a size medium, but I thought that this was a really pretty sweater, and again it was from the bin, so I only paid $2 this day. And it's got this really pretty gold sparkly detail all over it. And with the holidays only a few months away, I thought that'd be a really pretty sweater for fall season. Alright, next up is another pair of pants that are striped. Banana Republic. This one did not have a fabric tag in it, but I'm definitely going to say probably at least cotton, maybe cotton, some linen blend. There are some crop pants. They're a good size because they're size extra large. So we grabbed those. And I think I don't remember actually the video that I mentioned it in, wasn't able to record. I have actually been doing some research through Reseller's Edge about style-based, not just sourcing, but also learning how to do the titles, how to do proper listings, how to know a piece if you're supposed to pick it up or leave it behind, doing the factors and all that. So this is one of these pieces that was so lightweight. I wanted to run with this. Again, it was only $2, and it's got this crochet, which is very, very, very popular right now. It is a crop piece. Bethany sells things that don't have a tag or fabric content or anything, which is this piece. It doesn't have a tag or fabric content or anything, but I am going to sell it. And she said that you can still sell pieces like that if you learn how to do it, and I'm learning how to do it. Alright, and this was a piece that a gal that I had been talking to was there, and this is a Carhartt hoodie. It actually had the drawstrings on it, which is hard to find drawstrings on hoodies at the thrift store or at the Goodwill bins. I'm going to wash this just because it could use a washing, but we were definitely going to post that. I think that will do very well. Okay. Alright, this was another one of those kids pieces that I told you about that I picked up and then I decided not to buy sell trade, so I will list these myself. These are Demolition, and they're a boys size 14. But they're just great little pants. So we're going to do those. Alright, this is a brand that I don't ever pick up. I cannot remember the last time I picked up Michael Kors, and I don't ever pick it up in the store. I used to get it all the time when I was getting those boxes all the time, if you've been watching me for a while. I used to get it all the time in the boxes, but it would just never hardly ever move, and if it did, not for much. This is a size medium, but the reason why I grabbed this, whenever I do run into it, I do check the fabric content just in case. This one is nylon polyester. It's 22% merino wool, 4% baby alpaca. So because again it was at the bins, I decided to give this a test run and see how it does. So if this does well with that fabric content, if I find more Michael Kors with good fabric content, I will consider grabbing it. Alright, and these again are Apartment Eye. They're just linen rayon shorts, so we'll put these up. They're a really nice colorway. And these are some more shorts that were again a linen rayon blend by Loft. Again, Loft I'll only pick up as a good fabric content or good style based piece. That has a longer inseam on it, so that will be nice too for the gals who don't like the shorter inseam. Alright, when I was going through the bins, I was running into some pieces that looked familiar when I was at one of the Goodwill stores I shop at. And when I've been at this Goodwill store, their dresses are $7.49, which I know for some people that's actually cheap, because some of these gals, I'm watching their videos and they're paying like $9, $10, $11 for dresses. I think, in fact, my prices at one of my thrift stores on dresses went up from $7.49 to like $8.99. So my prices are going up again too. My point to bring this up though is that I saw this and I wanted to test it out, see how it does, because this is kind of like a long kimono kind of thing. It's got this gorgeous embroidery all over it, but I didn't want to pay $7.50 for it to test it out. I found it at the bins. I'm pretty sure that this particular Goodwill, some of the stuff got flushed out and it got moved down south to the bins, and so I picked this up for $2. If this does well, then that tells me that some of the other pieces that I see just like this, because I actually see a few of these going through that particular store, I might pick up more of them if this one does well. But being able to test it at $2 versus $7.50, well now over $8 is even better, right? Alright, this is a Maeve, size small. It is a plum purple corduroy skirt. I almost didn't bring this home, but I thought I'm going to give it a try for $2. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous plum color. And again, it's Maeve, so we'll see how that does. Alright, this was a great piece. It's universal thread, which again is not something I pick up, but I picked this one up. Brand new with tags, and it's a linen dress with pockets. Super cute. So we grabbed that. And then I found this. It's Land's End. And this one was a size large. And it's 100% cashmere. It is a short sleeve sweater. I don't typically sell a lot of short sleeve sweaters, but I wanted to give this a try for $2 and see how it goes, okay? One of the things that I heard a few times now on Reseller's Edge when I'm watching the videos is if you're wanting to test out like a fabric content or a style base or a brand or something like that, if you can find it at the bins or find it on sale at the thrift store, either set in your brain a certain number of pieces you're going to test out for that haul trip, or a certain amount of money you're going to spend to test out for the haul trip. For me, I kind of already knew what I was doing. I usually like, especially if the prices are very reasonable, I might pick up 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces or 1 or 2 pieces. But they recommend that you either set a number budget for how many pieces you're going to try and find, or a financial budget. Maybe it's $10, $20. You're going to spend up to that amount for trial test pieces, and if they do good, then you know you're going to do more of those. So I've been doing that with sourcing the last couple months. Is when I go into a store, okay, I'll test out this piece. Would this be worth it? And I'll have in my mind, okay, yes, we're gonna do this. I'll have either a certain number or a certain amount of money that I'll do a test run on things. It's been paying off. But if you don't already do that and you want to expand your inventory, expand your knowledge in reselling, that's one way to do it. Again, either pick, I'm going to find 2 pieces today that I've never done before, we're going to test run them, or pick a dollar amount, say something's $5 and you want to do $10, find 2 pieces for $10 to test run. Alright, this is the North Face size large. If this doesn't do well for me, this actually needs to be washed. If this doesn't do well for me, I actually really like this jacket. I wear jackets like this. So if this doesn't do well for me over the next couple of months, I might actually pull this and wear this myself this fall and winter, because we get really cold weather. And I actually like the fit of this jacket and I like the color. So I might actually keep that if it doesn't sell. But I am hoping that it sells because I think that'd be a great jacket. Now if you don't know, the North Face actually does a trade-in program, which they'll give you, if you go onto their website, they'll give you like locations where you live to go do a trade-in. I actually picked one of the locations that they gave me from my area, but when I went in to ask them about it, they had no clue about the trade-in program. So I didn't end up being able to do it there. I also know you can send them in, and I have like a whole bag full of the North Face. So if I do try that on and I don't like the way it looks on me, I might just send those and some other things into the North Face for trade-in. Okay, because the North Face doesn't really move for me very well, so we'll see what I decide to do on that. Alright, Azria. Y'all know that I've been picking up some Azria. I just sold one of my really nice gown dresses today. It's going out tomorrow. It wasn't this brand, but getting a lot of interest and likes on the ones that I've been listing, and I just sold one today. This one again was $2 at the thrift store. I might also send a few of these into ThreadUp since I have some listed. This one is in excellent condition. I might actually, because I'm going to be sending a box or 2 into ThreadUp, I might actually work on that this weekend. I might send that one in instead of listing it and see how that does. Oh, what are you doing in there? Come on. My kitty's in my bag. Alright, couple more pieces. Alright, Cherish. This was one of those brands. Now, I have learned a lot that a lot of items that we find to resell, they're made from China, right? Well, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about, even in Reseller's Edge, when you find a tag that has USA or a different country other than China on it, always look it up just in case. This has made in Italy, and the fabric just feels nice. So I did look at the fabric content. Where is it? Maybe this one didn't have one. Nope, it was cut out. But because it's made in Italy, this feels like it's probably like a cotton linen rayon blend or something. But the pants are super cute, very infant style pockets, elastic waist. These are super cute, wide leg. So that was one of my test pieces I'm going to check out. Alright, so this is the last piece I'm going to share with you a story. So this gal that I've seen multiple times while I've been at the bins, I found out the other day she's a mom of 4. And she just, you know, she resells just kind of part-time on the side, not really full-time like we do. But anyway, her and I were just chatting a little bit off and on the 3 hours that we were there. And we were talking about like what she resells versus what I resell. And we were just sharing and comparing because she does different than I do. Which, you like we've talked about, you do what works for you, right? It's all awesome. But anyway, she had left because I think she went home for the day. And I looked over at my cart and these were sitting on top of my stuff in my cart. Now, seeing that these were plastic, I probably never would have picked these up and looked at them. Because to me, plastic shoes like this just aren't going to be worth anything. Well, I should, because these are Birkenstocks. And I don't know if she's the one that left these on my cart. She actually was the one that gave me that sweatshirt from Carhartt. She's the gal that gave that to me. I looked up comps on these, and pre-owned, they're selling for $35. So that taught me a lesson, even at the bins or at the thrift store. Even when you see things like this, don't just presume. I have watched other videos where people have sold other sandals that are made of this type of fabric or, you know, content. And they're like Crocs, and they're selling for like $35, $40. So that taught me a lesson to never judge, but to always look. It's like, you know, brands. Oh, I don't know this brand. You just throw it away instead of actually looking it up. I'm working on that too, because sometimes I don't always look it up. Alright, that is the bins part of it. Like I said, it was about 39 pieces. I'm going to do a separate video on the actual, I went to 2 stores after that, and I actually got quite a few pieces from those stores. So that's actually going to be a separate video. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. And I had some other videos to load up, but they were so long ago because it's taking me so much time to actually get to the videos that I'm just going to start fresh with these 2 hauls and just move forward. I have been doing some shorts of solds as well, so if you like to just see a little snippet, when I make sales one day, I'll just come in here and do a quick short, hey, this is what sold, instead of doing a sold video. So feel free to go check out those short videos to see what actually is selling on a daily basis. I'm trying to remember, just do a quick recording of it. So yeah, I'll have this up, and then the following will be the store haul. Again, we got some great pieces, so I'm excited about that. As always, be productive, you guys, and we'll see you next time. Take care.